Welcome back to another podcast, guys. I'm your host, Sean Moore, and you're listening to Journey to the Hills. I'm joined with Dan today. If you want to introduce yourself and just shout out your socials and stuff,
Yeah.
go ahead and then we'll get right
So
into the podcast.
what's up, guys? I'm Daniel Turok. I live in the Boston area, and my Instagram is Dan_Turok. So if you want to go check that out, but check it out after the podcast. So, yeah, I'm here with Sean today.
Yeah, perfect. So, yeah, that was just an intro on basically who he is. And you just want to jump in and talk about how we kind of got to know each other. And we'll just take it off from there from your story. And then at the end, we'll get into like a kind of question and answer.
Yeah, I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but I think I was watching Scott Hilsey. If you guys don't know who he is, you should definitely check him out on YouTube. And then I was reading through the comments, and I saw Sean's comment. So I was like, let's connect on Instagram. And then I think either you DM me or I DM you on Instagram, and then we just connected about that. And now we're on this
Just
podcast.
one from there.
Yeah,
Exactly. Just one from there.
connection phase.
All right. Yep. Connections are important. We'll get into that later. I got
Yeah,
a section I want to talk about connections and stuff. All right. So you just kind of want to start off with your early childhood, where I guess you kind of said where you were born, but
yeah,
and your family background, whatever you feel comfortable sharing and
yeah,
stuff, and then we'll just jump into like how you got from, I guess, your first venture into where you're at now.
yeah. So I mean, my whole life I've just lived in this same town in the Boston area, like 20 minutes from Boston, and like I was born here. Like everything I did was here. I've only been to Cali once when I was like 4, but I'm excited to go back. I'm in 10th grade in high school right now, so only 2 years left. And my mom is from Ukraine and Israel, and then my dad's from Russia. So yeah,
Perfect. That was a great introduction. And yeah, I guess we'll kind of just jump into, I guess, the full story of your entrepreneurial journey. Do you want to talk about the company you're co-founding on, or your videos first?
let's talk
Or
about
you
game day
record?
first.
Okay, we'll talk about
Yeah.
that first. I don't know too much about it, so you just jump in, and I guess I'll ask questions as I go
Well,
because I
we
have
should
no.
just actually we should do the videos first because that actually came first.
Okay, yeah, we'll
Okay.
go with that.
Yeah. So basically, I would always like watch YouTube when I was like little, and I guess I came across a lot of those like original creators like Casey Neistat, um, Roman Atwood, Create Tyler, like those. So
Hmm.
so I got really inspired, and I wanted to create something like that. But obviously, when you start out, it's never as good as what you think it's going to be. So
At least you started.
yeah, at least I started. So I made some. Oh, I'll try to pull them up and send them to you. But I had some like crappy videos from like, man, I don't even know, 2015 and 2016. Like me and my friends riding on like scooters, and it's edited
Yeah,
in
if he does end
iMovie.
up sending me those videos, I'll just put them on the Instagram, guys.
Yeah,
Journey
yeah,
to the Hills podcast on Instagram.
yeah. They're pretty interesting. And then I just really liked the cinematics of it. Like that's what I really liked. Right, I loved like filming something, making it look cool and stuff like that. So I would just like film random cinematics in my backyard. I'm not even kidding. Like in my backyard or like my porch or like going to Dunkin' Donuts or something like so like Five Guys, so random. I have like 50 of those, right? And I guess I just started getting better and better with each one. I kept on coming across new creators on YouTube and getting inspired and connecting and stuff like that. And then eventually I came across like filming sports. So it was kind of becoming a big thing in Massachusetts with creators. So I wasn't like one of the first people, I wouldn't say, but I was kind of early in the wave. And yeah, that's I kind of got into filming sports for a little bit, and then I transitioned more into the music industry stuff of filming.
Perfect. All right, so I guess now that's kind of an introduction about
Yeah, we'll
your
go we'll go more
videos and
into
stuff.
it. We'll go more into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what we should do now. So let me go off with the next one. I guess you already talked about how you got started into it, but let's talk about when you bought your first camera and kind of how you did that. And
Yeah. So
did you like convince your parents or what? what was the whole story
Yeah,
behind
so this
that?
story is actually pretty interesting. So it was the summer of the Rice Gum Jake Paul beef era, and
Oh, uh-huh.
yeah, and so I came across a diss track on Jake Paul. I don't know if you remember that like time when he challenged everyone to make a diss track.
Yeah, I do remember that
Yeah,
actually.
so I came across a diss track that, well, I searched it up, right, and then the top one had like, I don't know, a lot of views. I think like 72,000 at the time, and apparently it was, well, his name is Jake McKenna. Shout out if you're listening to this. I'll probably send it to you. But he is this videographer from like 40 minutes north of me in Massachusetts. Now he lives in the hills and stuff. I mean, he's back home now, but I found out about his channel and the diss track that he made with his younger brother. And his younger brother Jared also did like videos, and he's like closer to me in age. But I kind of connected with them and networked. And then when I went to, this is when I was doing like my little cinematics, right? So then we decided
Hmm.
to like go collab on like a YouTube video. So I went over to his house and I saw he had this Lumix G7 camera that he was filming all his videos with. And I didn't really know like much about cameras, but it seemed really like good quality and it was cheap at the time. Like for what it was like $500. So
And that
basically,
was when iPhone cameras couldn't do anything.
yeah, I had like an iPhone 6. It filmed like HD 30. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it was like November. It was like right before Black Friday. So for some reason there was like a really nice deal, and I ended up just copying that camera for like 440. I think my grandpa lended me a little bit, and then I paid him back after I got some gigs. But yeah, that's how I got my very first camera, and the one that I actually have now. I actually had that camera up until like a few months ago when I sold it, but then I upgraded to its older brother.
Perfect. So, okay, do you prefer Sony or Canon?
Oh, Sony, 100%. Because I don't have a Sony, but Sonys are also good at photos, but they're really made for like videos, or at
Video.
least some
Yeah.
cameras are. And
Okay, yeah, I just needed to get that question out the way.
okay.
I love Sony. All right, so do you want to talk about how you kind of got in touch with filming shows and how you got in touch with rappers and like got the opportunity to film with, I'm not going to say it yet, but well-known artists and
Yeah.
stuff, and kind of how you went from just recording yourself skateboarding or walking to Chipotle and stuff
Yeah.
to
Well,
getting to
the
film
artist
artists
part
and
came
shows.
after the high school game day part.
Okay, so let's talk about, actually, now just continue to talk about the
Artist.
video because we're already on that
Yeah.
topic.
Okay, awesome. So basically, I this is the very beginning of 2019, and actually this has to do with Jared, the guy who showed me my first camera. So
Hmm.
he knew this other guy, Fajita, who's like a local artist in Massachusetts, and he booked like a small venue for his own show. It was like, I don't know, 120 people, and Jared was supposed to go film it because Jared was like, he was like well known in the Massachusetts like video creation thing. So Jared couldn't make it, so he texted me like, "Yo, do you want to go like film this like small concert?" And I was like flipping out, right? I never filmed a concert, and I was like, "Of course." So this was like January, I think it was January 17th, if I remember exactly, of 2019. So I went to Cambridge, it's like right next to Boston, and filmed that concert. And I was like, damn, that was so fun. But I didn't actually know how to film a concert, right? I can pull up the video. It was formatted the same way you would make a sports video because I didn't really know how to make a concert
Got
video.
it, got it, got it. So, what did your parents say about this when you kind of
So
introduced them the idea like that quickly? Like, I'm gonna go record a concert.
yeah, well, first they didn't really like know what it was about. I kind of just asked my dad to drop me off, and he like asked like, "Oh, is it all ages and stuff like that?" I was like, "Of course." And I mean, he was cool with it as long as like the concert is all ages. I guess it's cool. And then from that concert, I was like, "This is fun. I want to try it again." And I guess somehow maybe because like in the algorithm, I was searching up concert videos. I got an
Hmm.
ad for the Lil Durk concert in Massachusetts. And at this point, had no idea about like concert promoters or how any of that stuff worked. So I was like, oh, I guess Lil Durk is coming to Massachusetts. Let me see if I can film this. So I went on the flyer, and the bottom link was www.concertclick.com, and this is the promotion company, right, that booked him. But I didn't know that.
Hmm.
I thought it was like the label or whatever. So I wrote like a super formal like email. I can pull it up, and oh, there's so many stories from college. Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
if you just want to like, if you want to just like collect all the stuff you have, and then I'll just put it up on a story, because like for each
like
interview,
some
I kind of
Scott,
just have like a
like some
highlight
Scott
story.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna put it
Okay,
up on the story, and if you guys want to watch it, it should still be up there. Journey to the Hills
okay, yeah.
podcast on
I'll try
Instagram.
not to
I
make
made a
this too
podcast.
long. Yeah, but basically, I emailed them and I was like, hey, the Lil Durk. So I emailed them asking to see if I can film the Lil Durk concert, right? And it was like 2,000, the 2,000 person venue, and they never really responded. And then their next concert, they booked Blueface. Remember when he was big? So they booked Blueface, and I mean, I guess he's still pretty big in Cali, but they booked Blueface in February, and I reached out again, and then they responded. They were like, hey, our whole like list is full. We can put you on the waiting list for an intern, right? So you do 3 free videos, and then it's $50 a video, which is like, I mean, I was doing music videos for 10 times that. So I was like, it was for fun. So
Yeah.
they ended up not really like caring. They kind of just like, we're gonna put you on the list. But I was like super determined to film this Blueface show because that would be huge. So my friend and
Oh yeah,
I,
because Blueface was popping off at
yeah,
that
yeah.
time.
So me and my friend Howie, who was also making videos, he had an idea to start up this like whole thing for videos, but we basically reached out again and followed up and was like, hey, like we would really like this opportunity. We can show you. We won't like get in the way or anything, but show you what we can bring to the table. So eventually they said yes, and then the show got canceled because they couldn't sell enough tickets. So the show got canceled and rescheduled to April, which never happened. But the show got rescheduled, and they were the same company that booked Lil Mosey for like 3 stops of the tour in the Northeast. And I was like a huge Lil Mosey fan, right? I was like about to
Oh,
go.
the North Best tour.
Yeah, yeah, the Northwest tour.
God, dude,
So,
I was such a huge
so
Mosey fan.
yeah, so dude, this like really changed shit for me. So like I was about to go to the concert with my friend David. He's probably watching this because I'm gonna send it to him 10 times. But um, basically, I was gonna buy tickets for the show anyways because they were super cheap. They were like $25. But then we found out that this is the same company that's bringing Lil Mosey. So we were like, okay, they didn't let us film the Blueface show. We gotta film the Mosey show. So luckily enough, they put me as like the head, like the main videographer for the Mosey show.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
You went from like,
it wasn't for like Lil Mosey. It was for the promotion company. But still,
well, yeah,
yeah,
but it's like now you got to contact the
yeah.
promotion
So
company.
now I got a contact with them. So we get there so early, right? It's like an hour drive. We get there, and this is like March 30th. So we get like
Of last year?
backstage. What?
Of last year or 2 years
2019.
ago?
2019.
2019.
Yeah,
Okay.
so last year. Um, so we get to the venue, we like get our bags and all, like right, like Lil Mosey's like two rooms away. Like I don't know how to act, right? They tell us to act like normal and stuff, and then that's the first big concert I like filmed. Um, yeah, I got to like connect with Mosey, his DJ, and just build connections and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you guys want to go check out those videos, it's on his Instagram.
Yeah, I don't
I
want to go
highly,
into like every concert story. Like you guys can just yeah.
yeah, you guys can just go look it up. But it's there's a, he has a lot of videos on his Instagram.
There's a lot that are archived too.
Yep. All right, so yeah, let's just jump into that company you co-founded on,
Yeah.
and
So
how that high school game day got started.
okay, so high school game day. The original idea came from Lucas Tragos. If you guys want to search him up, but he basically like created the name and the idea, and then one day after he made the account, I was like, "Yo, let's like build this together." And then he basic high school game day is like a sport, like a high school sports content company, but at the same time, it has like a brand message behind it. So we're pushing that really hard. And instead of just having like, your regular high school basketball mixtape, it's more cinematic. It involves like more of the fans. This caused a lot of like controversy, but people were like hating that, oh, we only put like 20 seconds of game footage, but that's like our whole point. It's not supposed to be a highlight reel. It's supposed to like highlight the actual experience of the fans and the cheerleaders and the food. And if you go to our videos from 2019, like
Got it, got it. So it's basically experience. It's not really just game.
it's an experience. Yeah,
It's
it's
the
an
whole
experience.
the atmosphere,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because as you know, in Texas and California, like I don't know about Southern California, but in Northern California, like they take high school football crazy seriously, and there's so much potential there. And in Texas and stuff like that, we're still our original like in-house content is from Massachusetts, but if we network with some videographers from like Georgia or like Washington or whatever, and they want to have
So
their
do you currently outsource some videos?
so currently, for like the quarantine, we were either doing throwbacks that we never posted. So we have an email, hsgamedaycontent@gmail.com. If you're watching this and you make sports videos, you can send your video in, and you can just send a DM saying that you sent a video in, and if it fits with our posting schedule and it's like really high premium quality, we're most likely
And
going
then
to
you'll
post
post it.
it and tag you just to keep like the page fresh. But the real like cinematic movies are like in Massachusetts. Most of them. We at first we wanted to do this thing where it's like game of the week and there's one game that's being hyped up and everyone's gonna be like watching it, and then we go and like film a 4 minute documentary for it, like a 4 minute extended cinematic. But then that got held back because we needed more preparation and now the virus, so we're really trying to figure it out. But from the time that we kind of really pushed the pedal to the metal on high school game day, which was like December of 2018 to June of 2019, we got like no, sorry, like April of 2019. That was our bulk like growth period. We went from like 150 followers to 8,000, and then
That
it
was your peak.
yeah, and then it like
How did it grow so rapidly?
yeah, it grew so rapidly because well, I don't really want to bring up like problems with other brands and companies, but basically there was kind of a not a competitor because Lucas and we kind of know all each
I mean,
other.
just don't mention names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, there was just this big thing in Massachusetts going around with like an account, and they kind of started the sports videos of Massachusetts thing, and Lucas was like friends with them. So then he went and like thought about high school game day, and they kind of
Got it.
didn't really like that. So we it was like just a bunch of like attention on those two brands. So that's how we basically grew. And
Got
yeah,
it.
then now we just like do all the Massachusetts stuff.
All right. So yeah, those were really great
Wait.
explanations.
One more thing, guys.
Go for it.
We
Go for it.
have the first game day collection. It's not merch. It's none of that. Sorry, it's none of that stuff. Um, it's gonna be high quality, like a high quality collection for like athletes or anyone who likes the Friday Night Lights experience, dropping on September 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna
Make sure you
be
guys go check that out.
yeah, it's gonna be super limited, like under 100 things in total, like very limited. We're gonna have like one of the most famous high school basketball players, if you know who Zer is, um, on that for the photo shoot and stuff like that. So make sure to go check that out. We don't have a website for
Yeah,
it or anything, but at
if you want to shout out
at
the
Game Day
Instagram.
Collection or at HS Game Day on Instagram.
Perfect.
So yeah,
All right, make sure you guys go check that out if you are interested. All right, so you just want to, I guess, want to hop into ecom and what we're doing now,
one
and
hundred
then we'll
percent,
just take it from there.
100%.
All right, so what are you doing now in terms of ecom? How long have you been in it,
Yeah,
and why'd you get in it?
man, everything comes back to that Jared McKenna kid. I'll have to send him the podcast. But basically, Jared McKenna, right? The guy who, with the camera and the diss track. Um, so I actually, when I was at his house, he was just getting into it too. And this
Hmm.
was 2017, right? Like very early on. So this is when it was like quote unquote very easy and stuff, right? you could pretty
Mhm.
much sell anything. But and you could have like the world's worst website and still make six figures. But
Oh yeah, remember like those clear iPhone cases
yeah,
that
the
would get
clear
six
iPhone
figures?
cases, the relationship bracelets, everything. So I saw Jared was doing it. And it was a completely different approach, which I wish was still here. But basically, one of their friends developed a software. I don't know. I probably shouldn't name any like names because it's not available anymore. But
Yeah,
the
don't.
software basically would create. It would get you customers via Instagram DM, but so you wouldn't have to spend money on Facebook or any of that stuff, and they would just take 25% of your profits at the end, right? So it's kind of like a great deal, right? They kind of just get you customers, and you give up 25% of
I mean,
your profit.
you take seven. I mean, yeah, you're still getting
Yeah,
75%
it's
of something
crazy. It's
instead of
crazy.
seventy five
So
percent of
I mean, it
nothing.
was just OP. So Jared was banging that out. I mean, his brother and his friends were all banging that out, and it was really cool. So I kind of tried like getting into it. My first ever like this was back in 2017, right? So in early 2018.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this
yeah.
was before the videos, actually.
Yeah, this was actually during the videos, but I wasn't taking it seriously. It was more of like
You weren't
let me
okay.
let me
It was just
test
kind
it
of
out.
messing around with it.
Let me mess around with like drop
Got it.
shipping and stuff. Let me just see. I didn't really like watch many videos at all, and there wasn't really much out there right at that time. So it wasn't this whole like guru thing or anything. So I made like a store. It was called like Save the Polar Bears or something. I don't know. It was like some weird thing. I didn't even run ads for it. I shut that down right away. And yeah,
Dude, I made like completely off topic of your
yeah,
story, but
totally.
I used to make stores like when I first started, and I would just not run ads for them.
Oh yeah,
Like
I had one of those.
I'd make the store, and then I just expect people to find it. It would I
Yeah,
don't understand. I don't know what my thought process was behind that, but I used to make stores, just make an Instagram, and then just start DMing 1,000 people,
I did that one
and it
time.
was
Yep.
and when I first started off, I didn't know like I used to put in my bio, "We are a drop shipping store."
Oh,
Like I used to think, like, that was, like, a completely, like, new wave and everyone I don't even know what I was thinking at that time.
I mean, hey, everyone
I
starts
used to
somewhere.
yeah, dude, I put in my site, "We outsource all our products from China. This is a
Oh,
drop shipping website." My, Instagram handle used to be the name of the store, dot Shopify.
oh no, oh no.
I had a Twitter for that too. Oh, yeah, that was a bad but that really just showed me how to, like, start everything.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Um,
Alright, back to your story.
but
That
yeah,
was off
so
topic.
so basically, I completely forgot about everything. I was like, screw this, right? Like, too much work, too much to think about. I was like, whatever. Let me just do videos. And then I did the videos, and then this is now we're at the end of 2019. So this is or the very beginning of 2020 when the fires started, right in Australia. So I was like,
Mhm,
let me make a store and donate some of the profits because this is the model that Jared taught me. He back in 2017 he would like I'm not going to name any products. I mean I don't know if he cares or not. Probably doesn't care, but and he would like donate a percentage to like some kind of foundation. Uh, so so I was like, and I would actually donate it, right? I wasn't about to like steal money. So
mhm,
I found a koala bracelet from a supplier, and I listed it on this really bad site, right?
mhm.
And it was like debut theme, basic fonts, absolutely no apps, nothing. I knew nothing, right? And this was
Debut the dude, the debut theme
no the
used
debut
to be
theme.
it back then.
The debut
No,
theme
I know everyone used
isn't
it
even
when they
that bad.
started.
It's not even that bad if you customize
It's
it.
not terrible, but it's
Yeah,
just the way you set it up, dude. I
yeah,
had,
yeah.
like, custom fonts and
Oh yeah,
ah,
yeah.
not custom fonts, the stock
Yeah, the
fonts and
stock, the
stuff.
default. So
Yeah.
yeah, basically I had that up. I this is 2020, right? January. So there's like everybody's like ecom, like you know what I mean, like Kevin
Mhm.
Zhang, um, so I was
Like,
like,
I don't
so
wanna get into that
yeah, we're not
story.
getting into that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's if you guys wanna look it up,
yeah,
but
just look up Kevin Zhang exposed. So basically, I didn't really know anything about Facebook ads. I knew it was a thing because I was like, hey Jared, like, do you think I should do Facebook ads? And he's like, yeah, if you got $1,000. So I kind of didn't really do that. I was like, let me just DM people or follow them with a bunch of people from my account, and not my account, but the brand or whatever account. So then it wasn't really a brand, but then so I paid like some page to post it, nothing really, zero sales. So I shut it down right away,
Mhm.
and then that was the last thing up until like recently. So then recently I was
Did you make any money off that store?
no zero sales, zero off the Fire Store.
Yeah.
No, zero sales. So
You should have just promoted it to a bunch of Visco girls.
yeah, but I wasn't thinking about that back then.
Yeah, I know. They would
So
have been like, "Uh-huh."
yeah,
They would have donated. They would have bought so much. Because I
yeah,
mean,
so
you were gonna donate, right?
yeah, I was gonna donate like
Oh,
20%.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Yeah,
Because like I've seen like stores that say like that they're gonna donate. Like there used to be this one store. I forgot what it was,
there were a lot of
but they
them.
said they
Yeah,
were gonna donate to an organization in the community. And they never did, and they got sued
wow.
like by everyone. But yeah.
Yeah. So then quarantine started, and I was like, oh, and then I got like started feeding all the ads, right? Because quarantine started, all those gurus are like tens of thousands of
CPM girl.
dollars into YouTube ads, and I was like, let me just try it again, right? I watched a ton of YouTube videos, like all of like second half of March and beginning of April. I was just gaining so much knowledge. I was importing products into like I was actively doing it, right? I was
Hmm.
doing product research, and I was about to start. So then I started. I made a few stores, just like not a few. I made like two to practice. Um, I didn't like pay for the plan, so I didn't like actually launch them. I just like built the
You
store.
just did the
Yeah,
14
I
day
just like
trial.
built the store. I didn't like launch it.
I think honestly the best thing that Shopify did was a 90-day free
Yeah,
trial.
100%.
Anyways, yeah, I was sick. I made a lot of stories during that time
Yeah,
just for the hell of it.
yeah. So then that's what happened, and I'm not gonna get into anything more because now we're in the present, and we're not gonna talk about the present, right? But like in terms of ecom, right?
Hmm.
Or like what stores I'm doing, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
don't
So
yeah
so
don't
then
mention the
now
ecom.
we're kind of just hitting like May. I started testing product, started testing stuff, and
And now it's hitting.
yeah, now we're kind of just trying to find that banger
All right,
product.
so I'm gonna ask you, what are your thoughts on the layout of stores? Do you prefer general store, one product stores, or niche stores?
So I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales to back me up, but I just personally feel like a one product store is better for an impulse purchase, right? I mean, that's what people say, right? Like if you're doing
Hmm.
impulse purchases and if you want some Karen to swipe up and buy your whatever, or you want some like 20-year-old to swipe up and buy whatever is impulsively, then I'm guessing one product store. But
One
if
product,
you're doing
but I
more
mean
of
you
like a
can still
long term,
redirect the link to yeah
yeah. You can do upsells, all that. Um, and if you're
yeah
doing more of like a long term, 1K, 2K a day kind of like plateau brand, then definitely niche stores. If if you're testing, that's what I'm actually about to start doing.
general
I'm about to
store.
do a general store. Yeah.
Honestly, I think the best layout is general store.
Hmm.
Find the winning
And
product.
then niche it.
After you find a winning product, make a one product store off of that product,
Gotcha.
and then just keep running your general store. Like your general store, like until you do about like I'd say about 50 to 100 orders a day. Keep your general store.
Yeah.
After like that product's crushing it and you know it's a winner, open a one product store. Take that product off your general store and then just keep testing and then run two stores at once
Yeah.
and then so forth. All right. How do you? Well, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ah, man. Honestly, as long
And
as
what path?
as long as in 5 years. Okay, in 5 years, what's that going to be? I'm going to be 21. Okay, so
In 2025.
yeah, 21. So I mean, I'm going to be 21, but I just see myself doing something that makes money, but also something that like is interesting to do. So whether it's like videos or ecom or
Do you
whatever.
think you'll follow that entrepreneurial path?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Yeah. I
What about
mean,
you
do you
though?
see it? Definitely. still entrepreneurial. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if nothing works for me by the time I have to go to college, I'm gonna go to college, figure my
Mm-hmm.
shit out in college,
Of course.
and yeah, I'm just gonna continue with that. I mean, in even worst case scenario, I get a job after I finish college. I'm still gonna work. You know,
Yeah.
what was that one page? It was like 9 to 5 pays the bills, and then like 6 to 12,
No, it's
something
like
like
nine
that.
to five pays the bills, 7 to 12, whatever.
Yeah,
Builds an
builds the
empire. Builds an empire.
yeah, build an empire.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. I'll no matter what, I'm definitely gonna chase that entrepreneurial dream.
100%. And did you
Uh,
already live like in the LA area, right? Like an hour away?
yeah, about an hour out.
So
Yeah.
lucky, man.
I mean, dude, now it's perfect. Like, there's no traffic whatsoever. It
So
used to
you're
take
just
me,
going to
okay,
LA?
so yeah, LA is about 55, 60 miles for me. So it would usually take me, with traffic and everything, it take me about an hour, 45 minutes just to get there, LA traffic. But now I just went about a week ago. It took me an hour and 10 minutes
Crazy.
at 5 o'clock in rush hour. It's perfect. Like,
Hey,
I don't know.
you
I'm
should
loving
pull
it.
up to the Mikey Cast party on Sunday
Dude, I know, I
or
saw
tomorrow.
that.
It's tomorrow.
So I was actually okay, completely off topic, but I was on Zillow and stuff just looking for houses
I
in the
saw it.
hills, and
Yeah,
I saw their house. Yeah, yeah.
dude, I have that thing pinned, saved, notifications, everything on that shit. Dude, I'm not
Just
even
trying to
kidding.
buy
I'll
that house.
literally find it right now.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say the
but no, that
address,
that
but you know what I mean.
I'm definitely gonna that party's gonna be lit. I'm definitely gonna see some
Yeah,
nice Instagram stories about that.
100%.
It's a dope house. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
I
dope
mean, it's
house.
crazy because it's all in the view. Like the house itself. I mean, it's obviously nice, but it's not like what you would
Have
think.
you?
It's not what
Yeah.
you would think it is, right?
Oh, none of the houses in the hills look like that. All the houses look like crappy,
It's all crappy
boxes.
houses with a nice
Yeah,
view.
because you don't see anything from the front.
Yeah,
Then you go from the
exactly.
back, and then it's all built on the hill.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay. What do you think your future with e-commerce and what do you think your future with e-commerce is?
I think. I mean, I don't think it's just mine. I think it's for everyone. It's evolving really,
Yeah,
really
it's definitely
fast. The
yeah,
whole.
it's gonna be the next business model for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. I think the whole like people like to mix the two ideas of drop shipping, the actual model, and drop
And
shipping
e-commerce.
and no, and drop shipping the idea of what people think it is together, which is so sad to see, right? People think that drop
Oh yeah,
shipping
for
is
sure.
like people think that drop shipping is like scamming or like some cheap shit, but that's because there's so many people that ruin that reputation for it. But really,
Yeah.
it's just a business model of outsourcing
I mean,
fulfillment.
and
That
honestly, people just think drop shipping is the only form of
oh
e-commerce.
no,
The
no, I mean
e-commerce,
literally
yeah.
like 60% of e-commerce e-commerce is like a $3.1 trillion market or whatever in
Yeah, it's
2019,
the future.
and 60% of it is from Amazon. So the other
Yeah.
40%, what's that, like 2.5? I don't know. You know what I mean? No, like 1.4
Not even like
trillion dollars.
honestly, I'd say less than 5% is from drop shipping
Well, the
of the whole e-commerce market. I mean, well, it depends if you count Amazon FBA and stuff, but
yeah, I don't know for sure. No, Amazon FBA
I
includes
mean, everyone
that
outsources their
whole.
products from China.
Yeah, like if you think about it, have you ever
Okay.
went on Amazon and ordered something? Like that literally is drop shipping because they don't own that inventory.
Yeah, in just a different form. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
it's I
building
don't
a
know. I
brand
don't
and you don't
understand why
have
people
to.
don't.
Yeah, it's people are entitled to their own opinion,
People
but
still think it's scamming, but whatever.
yeah, the only thing that's
They'll
making
figure it out eventually.
yeah, the only thing that's making it harder is people are like, okay, I don't really trust this site because they have this like intuition that like, oh, it's a bad like quality or it's scammy.
Well, I mean,
So
that's why
then
first impressions are
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of a
yeah,
bad
I
site.
know, I know. So now the market is like, as I saw in a video the other day, the market is like maturing. So you have to mature with the market. So I don't know. I honestly think like it's just gonna keep on like,
It's gonna
getting
be
better. It's
interesting.
gonna keep on getting bigger. Apparently, there's like some big things for Oberlo on the way. I heard.
Oh yeah, I heard
Yeah,
that.
I
I
don't.
heard also what was it? Shopify partnered with Walmart
Yeah,
too.
Shopify just partnered with Walmart, and Facebook is about to start integrating like shops or whatever, so you can directly buy from Facebook. So that's gonna be huge. Oh, and Facebook is connecting 1 billion. No, sorry, something like that. Hold on. Oh yeah, they're building a $1 billion Wi-Fi cable around Africa to like give Wi-Fi to like 100 million more people, and that's going to be crazy for e-commerce, right?
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, but
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's basically what I would say.
mhm.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think the importance of connections and how they come into play?
I really value connections because if not for any connections, I mean, I would still be making skateboard videos or like scooter videos or whatever. But I mean, everything that I've done in terms of concert work or anything in that type of area is all from connections, right? So, I mean, it's just really, really important. If you know someone, you can get something done with them, and if not, they can send it to someone you know. So,
Hmm.
actually, I'm not going to talk about. I'll tell you after the podcast. But yeah.
I think it's definitely very important.
Hmm.
It's yeah, it's very key.
What do you think your
Okay.
most valuable connection is? Or if you don't have to share it if you don't want.
Most valuable connection. Huh. I got a couple. I definitely got a couple.
Yeah,
I don't want to share their
you
app.
don't have to share it. 100%.
I definitely got a couple.
Yeah.
A couple people in the 100K mark upwards. I mean, they're great guys for sure, for
Hmm.
sure. Yeah, but just yeah, I definitely it's really a key part.
Yeah.
Really, really key.
Yeah.
Okay. What areas do you see yourself going into real estate, stocks, big corporation investing, new ideas, etc.?
Yeah.
What area do you see yourself going into?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself dabbling into any of that?
Oh, 100%. I really like stocks. I mean, I think it's interesting, especially after seeing like someone so like I mean, Scott, right? Scott Hilsey. He's this big
I'll
drop.
send you some screenshots of mine.
Yeah. He's a big drop shipper, and he never really did stocks. And then because of the stock market,
The market
yeah,
crash.
yeah, the crash, he went and invested like a lot of money into it, and he like recorded himself doing everything, or not everything, but talking about it. And it was kind of interesting to see someone like so kind of successful going into it with like a new mindset. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I'm excited to like see how it turns out. I definitely want to like experiment, but I don't want to.
Fez, if you guys don't know,
Yeah,
Fez Warsan,
Fez is
dude, he's
insane.
killing it
Yeah,
day
he's
trading,
doing it really.
especially in that new brand he's coming up with.
Yeah, yeah, Fez was.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be big. That's supposed to launch tomorrow, isn't it?
I think he's delaying it again, but not.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I definitely do see myself, big in stocks, big in real
Yeah,
estate, for sure.
100%. Real estate investments, 100%.
Do you see yourself starting and building a personal brand such as Mikey Cass, Scott Hilsey, Fez Orsani, etc.? Hayden
It
Dowles,
depends.
like that.
Like it depends where the market goes, right? Because you can't really predict when the time for that will come and if that time is ready for it, right? Because now, or not even now, but like a year ago, having a personal brand would be so OP. And now I feel like,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, now I actually feel like the people who
Okay, let me
aren't,
reword this.
yeah,
Would you rather, not would you rather, do you see yourself just building a following?
yeah, 100%, definitely. I mean,
Okay,
who doesn't like a following? Who doesn't like a following?
exactly. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, you have a lot of influence on
But
people.
no, yeah, I definitely agree with you. I
If
think
you
the personal
had,
brand is
okay,
really
now,
important.
yeah, yeah. All right, so I guess we're gonna jump into these fast, quick and A questions.
Hmm. I also have some for you.
And yeah, okay, yeah, perfect. I'll ask one, you ask one.
Okay.
All right, if you had one car to buy, what car would it be?
Ooh, like
Dream car.
any car.
Yeah, dream car.
I mean, any McLaren, honestly.
Oh, you're a McLaren guy, huh?
Yeah. What are you?
Respect. I love Ferraris.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
All right, you ask me one.
Definitely McLaren. Okay. Hold on. Let me pull them up. Okay.
I love
Uh,
McLaren's.
this is more like I don't know. This isn't like a what's your favorite car type of question, but what was your biggest challenge to date in like the e-com space? If you want to share that.
Facebook ads,
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
Facebook ads.
Definitely. I think it was.
Dude, as you were explaining it the other day, loading up Ad Manager for your first time is like
Oh.
a kindergartner hopping into a calculus class.
Yeah, like
It look,
the
dude,
memes.
it's so overwhelming. It looks like it's I don't know.
Not
It's
just how it
so
looks, but having to process that you're what you're about to do is gonna like all these numbers and CTR and CPC and
Yeah, it's definitely
ROAS
overwhelming.
and all of that. I was
Yeah.
like, what? Like, what is all this?
Oh, for sure.
So
Okay.
confusing.
How about you?
For me, it was definitely like understanding. Took some time to understand like what kinds of things. Like obviously, I'm not a professional like product researcher. Like Mikey Cass is really good at it, but I think I kind of understand more of what kinds of products to like what kind of people. I just wouldn't understand that before. I would try to sell like I don't know nail polish to like a 60-year-old man. I mean, not literally, but like
Doesn't know targeting. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of targeting, dude, I've never had a product perform that bad. It's my last product.
This
I shut it
CTR,
down.
yeah,
I shut it down this morning.
yeah.
If you guys, okay, if you guys know what, if you guys know kind of, oh, sorry, my noties are on. Whoa, Discord. If you guys know, I guess Ad Manager and the layout of Ad Manager, uh, my CPC cost per link click was at about $8.
Dude, did you hear? Apparently, like the last few days, Facebook has just been performing really bad. Apparently, maybe it's not just you or me.
I mean, I don't care. I sat on this product for too
Yeah,
long. I need to get
obviously,
rid of it.
obviously.
Yeah.
But hey, if anyone's watching this and like you're deciding if you want to like test or not, the worst thing that can happen to you is you're gonna get
Because
data.
you know that product doesn't work.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
get data, and you learn that it doesn't work, and you learn something. So
Yeah.
just go test it.
Who? Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Who mainly inspired you for entrepreneurship?
Ooh, man. For like ecom or just in general?
I guess you could do in general and ecom.
In general, man. Dude, I don't know. Honestly, just a
It
bunch
just
of
kind of
people. Yeah,
accumulated
I
over
kind of
time.
accumulated for ecom. I
Okay,
definitely first came across Scott. Then I came across the
definitely me too.
other boys from the house. I love Mikey's
Yeah,
videos. Sebas, man, everyone.
says
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I guess honestly, let me try to think. In general, for me, honestly, probably my dad.
Hmm.
Either that, I mean, Grant Cardone is huge.
Oh yeah, I heard about him.
Uh, but e-commerce, definitely those guys at the house. Mikey,
Yeah.
Scott, Fez, Savas. Definitely them.
Yeah, and
Okay.
also someone who, after I found out about him, I got really inspired by Luca Nets. Oh my god, that guy is
Yeah,
ridiculous,
cookies and
bro.
cakes is sick.
Ridiculous, dude. 100K
Dude, the
days,
cookies are good.
100K days,
Yeah,
dude,
it's a lot.
ridiculous. But yeah.
Dude, you should cookies and cakes.
Oh yeah,
The
is he like the
cookies?
co-owner or like what is he?
Yeah, he's co-owner.
Gotcha.
Dude, the cookies, like the actual cookies they have in the bag, are so
Oh,
good.
you've been in the back?
No, like you can like buy cookies. Like when you buy
Oh,
something, they give you cookies.
got you.
Dude, the cookies are so good. I don't know what they put in the cookies,
I've never been.
but
Whenever I pull up to LA, pull up to Cookies with me.
all right, bet we'll do that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Okay, do you want to ask one?
yeah. Hmm. What's one thing you wish you knew before you like jumped into your first product?
I wish I researched it more.
Yeah,
Okay, because
research.
crazy story. I've been in it since probably August of last year, almost 1 year coming up. So it was on my way back from school. Uh, my dad actually told me about it. Crazy. My dad goes, "Do you know what drop shipping is?"
Actually,
I was like,
what?
"Yeah." I was like, "No." So I was like, so I looked it up and I was like, "Huh." And he was like, "Well, yeah, you can like, you just get products, and you're just like the middleman." I was like, "That's so
Wait,
cool."
if
So I looked it up
oh, sorry.
immediately, like couple days, launched it.
Wow.
It was, I mean, it was terrible, but
Okay,
still,
wait,
like,
that's
it was
actually
done.
a really good example. Sorry, were you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
What I wanted to say is like that's a really good example because a bunch of these gurus or whatever, I don't like to call them gurus, but they're like stop like procrastinating and just launch. Like you know what I mean? Like yeah,
Oh yeah,
you can launch right away and learn from your mistakes, or you can kind of like you know.
I mean, it was terrible, and I forgot it. Oh my god, this was bad. But I forgot I had it running. So from August to mid September. You know, I was just messing around with it, learning it, and then September to probably Thanksgiving break, around Thanksgiving time in November, I didn't do anything. But I didn't know, but I kept my Shopify subscription running.
Mm-hmm.
It was annoying,
Wow.
but I forgot I even had it, and then I just logged on to Shopify because I wanted to make another store, and it logged me into the store. But yeah, I just shut it down from there, and I just jumped in,
You
started
should
doing
be
one
able to
product,
buy a
learned about
plan
Scott.
on Shopify. You should be able to like buy a plan that lets you have like 3 stores. Like it's so annoying to have to like keep on making new shit. You know what I mean?
You know what I wish that you can just okay. So in Shopify, you know how like you have that one name like of your store,
Yeah,
not the domain, like the name of
yeah.
the store. I wish you can change
You
that. I
can,
wish you can
you
just
can,
pay $30.
you can change it.
You can't. Seriously?
I'm 100. I'm 99% sure. I can show you. I can check after the podcast.
Okay, show me because I
Okay.
tried that.
Okay.
I mean, but anyways, I wish like you can like completely like rebrand the whole store
Mm-hmm. Would think that you
instead
can
of just
also.
making new stores and
Yeah.
new stores. Yeah.
That's why you
But
mentioned with the general product with the general store, you can have like 50 products, and then whichever one works.
oh yeah, you could just keep rinse and repeat
Yeah.
until you find one, and then yeah. All right, I'll jump into if you had one place to visit, where would you go?
Wait, what?
If you had one place to visit, where would you go?
Okay, it's either Bali or the fucking hills, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, the hills. I mean,
yeah,
either
you
that,
definitely yeah,
either
come
that.
down and just yeah.
Yeah.
Polly's
Have
nice.
you heard about the spot that is like in the hills where you can like go and like look out to like LA on this little like dirt patch
I know the that empty house. It's like an abandoned house, and it has an empty
skating rink.
pool.
Yeah, the one that
Yeah,
Mikey
and people
Phelps
just
went.
skate there.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
there's like
yeah. I saw that. I never went in it, but I
there's like
saw it.
this dirt patch that like overlooks like part of the hills that overlooks LA.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
I've seen
apparently,
that.
yeah, apparently you can like sneak into it, but then they patched up the fence, so now you can't really go there.
I mean, there's still dirt area. I mean, when I went last time,
Mhm.
but it's annoying to drive in there, especially if you have a big car. Oh my
How
god,
many times have
these
you like
roads.
driven through there?
Uh, I think every time I go,
Gotcha.
I'll at least do a little bit.
Where
I mean, I probably would. Normally, I don't go to the top. I go
where
off of
would you want to
Sunset.
like
So
visit?
there's Sunset Boulevard, and then
Hmm.
oh, Monaco, Monaco, 100%. Love Monaco.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but back to your thing.
Yeah.
In the hills, it's like Sunset Boulevard, and like there's this hotel called and it's a cafe too. It's called Chateau Marmont, and if you make a left and just follow that, you'll go up to the hills, and it's like the better hills. Like there's
Gotcha.
really gorgeous houses there.
Like Blue
All
Jay
right,
Way.
do you want to ask one? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Did what's it called? Hercules Drive? Is it
Oh yeah,
Hercules Drive? Or no,
that's
Mount
where.
Olympus.
Wait, isn't Hercules when like where Pop Smoke got killed?
Yeah, he did.
Damn. Okay. Uh, a question. Oh yeah. At what point in your life you like discover entrepreneurship or like whatever the whole idea and like why did you stick with it? Like what's like interesting
Mm,
about it to you?
not taking shit from anyone.
Facts. I see that.
Definitely. I don't think it's just like think about it. You have to ask time off for vacation,
Yeah.
and you can get denied
Yeah.
because someone else called off on that day.
I guess. Yeah. That's true. I
I
just.
mean,
Oh,
there's a
sorry.
lot,
Yeah.
but what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say like for me it's not as much that. I mean like I guess you can't always just call off like I don't know if you're like running a store you can't just be like I want a vacation. I mean you can but for me it's more like for me it's the fear of getting bored after like 10 minutes of like sitting in the
It's
office.
just you can do anything. Like you can take your computer, go work in the middle of Bali,
Yeah,
and run your store. I hate embowels, but
it's
yeah.
no it's definitely harder now though because now you have
Oh yeah, for
brand now you have
sure.
to like brand
But
and stuff like that but
you're still more. It's that flexibility, you know.
yeah Like for
No
example, I don't know
timetable.
for sure, and like I'm not going into anyone's like financial stuff, but Scott, like I'm, I think his stuff is more automated, like he mentions, but
Hmm.
it's not doing as much volume. But he says he much rather just have it automated.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
would.
like for example, this
I'd have
guy,
a
I don't know
couple
if you know
automated
Dave
things.
Nash.
I don't.
Dave
Wait,
Nash,
Dave Nash,
he
David Dobrik?
no Dave
Why did I
Nash,
think of that?
no, he you definitely
I
have
don't know
seen his
why I think of that.
product, but um,
Dave Nash. That sounds so
yeah,
familiar.
his
I don't know why
store
I said David Dobrik.
yeah. His store did is at like 550K right now, and it's only because they're like doing US 3PL, like everything from the US, 1 to 3 day shipping, influencers, all
My
that.
last product was from the US, but waited too long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was thinking Steve. Never mind.
What were you
I don't
thinking?
know. All right, I'm gonna ask a couple because how many more questions do you have?
That's it. But you can ask more.
Okay,
You
yeah,
can ask more.
yeah, I got a couple, and then
Okay,
we'll just
fire.
end it off. We're coming up on an hour.
Oh
If
shoot,
someone gave you $100,000, what would you do, and how would you multiply
a
it?
100,000.
Hmm.
Sheesh.
What would you do, and how would you
I
multiply
would
it?
put 50K. Right. Okay. So I would just if I got 100,000 now, I would just put
Hmm.
50K. Well, I can't really invest into pretty much anything at this age, but I mean, you know what I mean, like anything like
Hmm.
legal, like you know what I mean. But um,
Yeah,
I would
I
probably
mean you could put it on your
say
parents.
50K of it to the side, but not to the side, but really to save for real estate when I turn like 18 or whatever, and then
Hmm.
the other 50K I would just put into ecom, and man, that would be crazy. Just start testing with 1K a day. No. Actually, what I would
Shoot.
do, no, what I actually would do is pay like the average like quote unquote big influencer is like 30K, right? So or
Uh huh.
20K. So that's what I
So you
would do.
pay.
I would pay the big influencer, collect all the data, and honestly, if the store doesn't end up going and keep on like being, you know what I mean, steady, then I would
You
just
know,
sell the store with
honestly,
all the data
dude, I think I'd pay 30K for a McGregor shout out.
for yourself or for a store.
Yeah, for myself, just to build a brand, and
Oh,
then I take the rest, just save it and put it in ecom.
yeah. No. What I would also do, I would also like invest in the music industry. I love the music industry, bro. That's like what I want to actually like think. Not like making music, obviously, but like the business side of things. And I definitely want to look into that in the future. I mean, that's like never gonna die out. Music is never gonna die. Like music has been around for
Oh, for sure.
hundreds and like thousands of years, bro.
It just keeps evolving.
Not hundreds of thousands.
Okay,
I mean like hundreds
fast.
and thousands of years. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fast-paced questions now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Got you.
if someone gave you $100 million, would that result lowering your ambition level? Yes or no?
100 million, man. Oh,
Would
yeah.
that
Of course, it
lower
would
your
lower.
ambition,
Of
or would you,
course, who wouldn't it lower it for? Like, yeah, if I got $100 million, it would lower my ambition level.
would you just like quit, or would you like
No,
still do stuff with it?
no, dude, no. I would definitely like obviously invest most of it, and then try to build as many big companies and brands as I can
Got it.
with a
All
hundred
right,
million
money or connections?
connections. 100%, man. All of 2019,
Okay.
dude. I didn't honestly make that much last year for like myself or whatever, but so many connections.
Dream place to live.
The hills.
One pet peeve.
When people give up too soon,
Perfect. Can't.
or wait, sorry,
Perfect.
or when they expect something to work really fast and they don't, or not expect something to work really fast, but when they like want to do something but
Try it once, give up.
don't actually put the effort into it to make it work.
Hmm. Okay. Guilty pleasure.
Oh man,
What do you enjoy doing?
Dunkin'
That's
Donuts
not too good.
too much.
Dunkin' Donuts. Dude, I never go to Dunkin'.
Bro, get out of here, dude. Everyone knows me as like the Dunkin' Donuts addict.
I'm gonna
I
go to
literally
Dunkin'
have
one
a
of these days.
Dunkin' cart. Well, that's
What
because
do
you
you
live in
get?
Cali. That's because you live in Cali. There's a Dunkin'
There's
Donuts,
just
dude.
Starbucks everywhere.
Have you ever heard of Cape Cod?
No, I haven't.
It's like
Cape Cod?
Cape Cod is like part of
Yeah, I have.
Massachusetts. Yeah. So it's like the island little thing, right? So,
I thought it was like a drink.
oh
I thought you come up
Cape,
with a drink. I was like,
no. Cape Cod is part of Massachusetts. It's like kind of the vacation place,
go
and
Patriots, huh?
yeah. So there's a Dunkin' Donuts like every like, dude, per square mile. There's like 3 Dunkin' Donuts in Cape Cod because that's like kind of where it started and stuff.
So Dunkin's your thing, huh?
Yeah. No, I don't live on the Cape, but when I do go there, there's like so many.
What do you get from Dunkin'?
Depends, dude. Like in eighth grade, it was so bad in middle school, dude. I would go way too much, right? But now I just get like a coffee and like a sandwich or something from there, like a bacon, egg, and cheese wrap. That's just like so not like
All right.
I know that's not like Cali, but like in the Northeast, Dunkin's a big thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to Dunkin'. I'm gonna be honest with
What,
you.
bro? Wait, where do you
Yeah,
go?
I don't think I've ever.
Where do you go?
If I ever need to go like get coffee and stuff, I'll just go to Starbucks.
Oh, dude, Starbucks is disgusting. Their coffee is so
There's
strong.
Starbucks like literally. There's probably yeah, as you said, there's probably three in every mile, every square mile.
Yeah, that's not how it is here.
All right, last question of the podcast, ending it off on 50 something minutes. I don't even know what it's gonna go
55,
to, but
57.
do you see yourself ever being content or satisfied, or do you think you'll always want more?
Well, that's a good question, bro. I mean,
I'm gonna answer this for myself first,
if
and then
okay, I
you
feel
can
like I
go.
will reach like I feel like
I
content.
definitely see myself always wanting more.
Yeah, me too. I
Definitely.
just feel like at some point, if I'm like already old, like like not old, but like older, like
Oh
reaching like
yeah,
retirement, and if I have enough money to like be able to like live my dream, right, for like when I'm like 60 and 70 and whatever, then yeah, like I'll be content. But until I'm then,
yeah.
I'm always gonna want more. The grind will never stop. Dude, I love the grind. Like what Mikey Cass said, I love the fucking grind.
Perfect way to end it off.
Yeah.
That was it. That was an insane podcast coming up on
How was that?
57 minutes.
How was that an hour, bro? I felt like that was so
I don't
fun.
even know. It didn't feel like an hour.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for hopping on this podcast
100%.
with
I'm about
me.
to go write like
If you want to
50
shout out any
emails.
socials,
Yeah.
yeah, if you want to shout out any socials for them to
Yeah,
follow you again,
my
we'll close it
Instagram is
off.
Dan_Turok. Please go follow me. I mean, like, you don't have to, but if you want to connect, DM me. Sure, always love
Yeah.
connections. So yeah, thanks for having me
At
on.
Sean Morey on Instagram for me, SeanMourey. Stay tuned for the next podcast. I just made a podcast. I made an Instagram for this podcast, Journey to the Hills podcast on Instagram. If you guys want to go check that out. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.